Hello friends. Today in this video we talk about what is Jinn. Have you or someone you know experienced strange behavior, unexplained fear, or constant illness with no medical reason? It could be more than just stress. It could be the unseen, a jinn's influence. In Islam, jinn are real beings created from smokeless fire. They live among us, but in a parallel world, invisible to the human eye. Some jinn are good, others are evil and harm humans out of jealousy, revenge, or through black magic. A jinn can attach itself to a human body, mind, or soul. This can happen through envy, evil eye, magic, or simply when a person is spiritually weak. The question many people ask is, why would a jinn harm a human being? The reasons are many and often hidden in the spiritual world. First reason is love. Second reason is revenge. And third reason is just kidding or joking or for fun, out of obsession and jealousy. They possess that person and controlling them from the inside. The victim may feel strange emotions, unwanted thoughts, or see someone in their dreams. That is happen again and again. Revenge. If a human accidentally harms a jinn by pouring hot water, urinating in the wrong place, or shouting in isolation, the jinn may attack to take revenge, violently and without warning. Last reason is just kidding, joking, or fun. Not every jinn has a deep reason for possession. Some do it just for fun. Out of mischief, curiosity, or boredom they enter humans, disturb their lives, and enjoy the chaos they create. Like shayateen from among humans, these jinn are playful in the most dangerous way. They whisper, scare, or even cause accidents, just to laugh. In Islamic belief, not all jinn are evil, but many are careless or mischievous, like pranksters. They interfere with human lives just to cause fear. Watch reactions or play games, especially when the person is spiritually weak or emotionally vulnerable. Next, we discuss signs and symptoms of jinn possession. But before we start, if you're not subscribed our channel yet, then please subscribe and like it. Before we look at the symptoms, let's first understand what jinn possession really means. In Islamic belief, a jinn can enter and affect the human body, just like a virus enters and harms your system. But this isn't a virus of the flesh, it's spiritual. A jinn may live inside a person's body, mind, or even their emotions, causing pain, confusion, fear, and strange behavior. This is what we call jinn possession. It's not madness. It's not always medical. It's the hidden world touching the physical one. The first and most common symptom is sudden weakness or fatigue. A person may feel tired all the time, even after sleeping well or resting. It's not physical exhaustion. It's a deep, heavy tiredness that doctors often can't explain. The body feels lazy, The chest feels heavy, and simple tasks feel impossible. Spiritually, the jinn is draining the person's energy, slowly taking control from the inside. Another clear symptom of jinn possession is a sudden loss of appetite. The person doesn't feel hungry, even when their body needs food. They may avoid eating completely or feel sick when they try. It's not a normal diet problem. It's a spiritual blockage. The jinn inside is rejecting food, especially clean or halal food, as part of its control over the body. Another powerful symptom of jinn possession is feeling intense heat inside the body. Even when the weather is cold, the person may feel like they're burning from the inside. Their hands, back, or chest may feel hot, but there's no fever, no medical reason. This is the fire of the jinn, because jinn are created from smokeless fire. That heat is often a sign that something unseen is living inside. Another common sign of jinn possession is gastric issues without a clear medical cause. The person may feel constant bloating, stomach pain, or strange movements inside the belly, as if something is crawling or pressing from within. Doctors might say it's gas or digestion, but no treatment works. In many cases, it's the jinn causing discomfort, especially when verses from the Quran are recited. That reaction shows it's not physical, it's spiritual. Another serious symptom is unconsciousness, sudden blackouts, or fainting without medical explanation. The person may collapse, lose awareness, or appear to sleep deeply, but it's not normal sleep. Sometimes they can't remember what happened. Other times, the jinn inside may speak during this state. In spiritual terms, the human soul is being pushed aside, and the jinn takes control. One of the most painful symptoms is the feeling of a heavy heart. The person may feel constant pressure in the chest, like something is sitting on them. Even when life is normal, they feel sad, lost, or crushed from inside, with no reason. This is called Qalbi Boj, a spiritual heaviness that doctors can't measure. But the soul feels it deeply. In many cases, this is the jinn pressing on the heart, blocking peace, blocking light. One strange but powerful symptom is the desire to stare at one place for a long time. The person may look at the wall, or into the sky, or into complete darkness, without blinking, without speaking. It's as if their mind has paused, or their soul is trapped in a moment. In many spiritual cases, this is a sign that the jinn is present and taking control of focus. Another silent symptom is extreme laziness. The person becomes unmotivated, slow, and avoids even simple tasks, like praying, working, or talking to people. They know what they should do, but something inside keeps stopping them. This is not normal tiredness. It's a spiritual weight. The jinn may be blocking them from actions that bring light, like Salah, Dhikr, or Quran. And the longer it stays, the heavier the laziness becomes. Another sign of jinn influence is a sudden increase in heartbeat. The person feels anxious, afraid, or panicked even when there's no danger around. Their chest pounds, their body shakes, their mind feels like it's losing control. Along with this, they may feel upset, angry, or about to cry for no reason. Spiritually, this could be the jinn reacting to certain environments, people, or even the presence of something holy, like Quran or Adhan. The heart feels it before the eyes see it. One of the most reported symptoms in jinn possession is headache, but this is not an ordinary headache. The pain may move from one side to another, or stay in one area, like the forehead or back of the head. It comes suddenly, and often increases during prayer, Quran recitation, or visiting spiritual places. No medicine works. No scan shows anything wrong. That's because the source isn't physical, it's spiritual. One of the strongest signs of spiritual disturbance is pain that moves from one part of the body to another. Today, it's in the shoulder. Tomorrow, it shifts to the leg. Then it disappears and returns in the back or head. No injury, no medical cause, but the pain is real. In many cases, this is the jinn moving inside the body, hiding from dhikr, running from Quran, or reacting to ruqya. That's why the pain has no pattern, because it's not just physical, it's spiritual warfare happening inside the body. A clear sign of jinn possession is when a person begins to run away from good deeds. They stop praying. They avoid Quran. They feel disturbed when they hear adhan or get angry when someone says pray. It's not just laziness, it's a spiritual block. The jinn doesn't want light to enter the heart, so it pushes the person away from everything that brings peace, like salah, dhikr, and seeking forgiveness. This is one of the most dangerous symptoms because it weakens the soul and strengthens the jinn. One heartbreaking symptom of jinn possession is sudden hatred toward close people. The person begins to hate their own family. Friends who were once close now feel like enemies. They avoid gatherings. They become angry at small things or feel trapped around loved ones. Sometimes they even say hurtful words. This is not normal behavior. It's a spiritual influence breaking emotional bonds, creating distance, and feeding loneliness. Because isolation makes the jinn stronger and the person weaker. One of the most serious signs of jinn possession is the loss of mental stability. The person may feel confused all the time. They forget things. They hear whispers or feel like someone is watching them. They may cry without reason, get angry at themselves, or even want to end their own life. Doctors may call it depression or anxiety. But deep inside, the person knows something else is wrong. It's not just in the mind, it's in the soul. The jinn tries to destroy the person slowly by breaking their mental peace. One of the clearest signs of spiritual possession is a sudden, unexplained change in behavior. A calm person may become aggressive. A happy soul may turn silent, angry, or strange. Their tone, attitude, even their eyes look different. Family and friends say, "You're not the same person anymore." That's because they're not. The jinn begins to take over the personality-changing emotions, blocking thoughts and controlling reactions. And the person often doesn't even realize they're changing. Another powerful symptom of jinn possession is constant fighting and arguing for no clear reason. The person becomes short-tempered, easily irritated, and always ready to argue with family, friends, even strangers. Small issues become big fights, and peace disappears from the home. This isn't just mood swings. It's a spiritual disturbance. The jinn feeds on anger and uses it to separate hearts. The more we fight, the weaker we become. One of the lesser-known but very real symptoms is a sudden rise in sexual desire. The person may feel strong urges at odd times without reason, or they may have inappropriate thoughts or dreams that go beyond normal human behavior. This can happen especially at night, or when they are alone, even without any trigger. In many cases, it's not just desire. It is the presence of a jinn who is attracted to the person and tries to control or disturb them through lust. Some scholars refer to this as the effect of a jinn lover who causes desires, dreams, and sometimes even physical sensations during sleep. This is not a joke. It's a spiritual attack disguised in a physical feeling. One of the most painful signs of jinn interference is when love disappears between a husband and wife. They suddenly feel no attraction, no emotion, and no desire to be close. They may sleep in different rooms, avoid each other, or feel angry, uncomfortable, even hateful for no clear reason. There was once love. Now, there's silence. This can be the work of Sihr or a jinn sent to break the marriage. It's not just relationship problems. It's a spiritual wall built to divide two souls that were once connected, and many times it starts suddenly, without any fight, and grows day by day. When the heart cries, and no one knows why, it could be more than sadness. One powerful sign of jinn possession is uncontrolled crying or weeping. The person may cry at night, in Salah, or even alone, with no trigger at all. Sometimes the tears are soft, and sometimes it turns into loud wailing or emotional breakdown. This happens because the soul is under spiritual pressure. The jinn inside reacts to Quran, to dhikr, or even just the presence of peace. And the body has no choice but to cry. You go to the doctor. They run every test. They prescribe the best medicines, but still, nothing changes. The pain stays. The symptoms remain. This is a clear spiritual sign that what's hurting you is not physical, but something unseen. When medicine fails again and again, when doctors say you're fine, but you still feel broken, it's time to ask, could this be the work of Jinn or Sihr? Because only spiritual illness ignores physical treatment. One of the most terrifying signs of spiritual attack is when the body begins to show cuts, bruises, or scratches without any accident, without any explanation. You wake up and see red marks. You notice your clothes torn, but you don't remember anything. These marks often appear at night or during sleep when the jinn is most active. Sometimes it's one line. Sometimes it's multiple scratches. This is not imagination. It's a physical warning that an unseen force is near, watching, and trying to harm. You wake up, and there it is, a drop of blood on your clothes, on the pillow, or even on the floor. But there's no wound, no pain, and no explanation. This is one of the most intense signs, seen in rare cases of severe spiritual attack, especially involving sihr, black magic, or jinn revenge. Blood may appear during sleep, or after a ruqya session, or when the jinn feels threatened by Quran recitation. It's not a dream. It's not an illusion. It's a message from the unseen, and a sign that spiritual protection is urgently needed. You kept your wallet right there. You placed your ring, your phone, your cash on the table. But when you come back, it's gone. You search everywhere. You ask the people in the house, but no one has touched it. And then, sometimes, it appears back, in the same place you already searched. This isn't forgetfulness. It's a spiritual disturbance. In cases of jinn presence inside the home, they may move or hide items to create stress, confusion, and fights among family, especially when it happens again and again, with no human explanation. The person closes their eyes, and night after night they see strange, dark dreams, dogs barking, biting, snakes chasing or wrapping around them, buffaloes, lizards, insects attacking in fearsome ways. These are not just dreams. These are spiritual signs, messages from the unseen world. In many cases, Such animal dreams point to a jinn attack, black magic, or even a spiritual creature trying to frighten or harm the person. Sometimes the person wakes up sweating, screaming, or even feeling pain where the animal attacked them in the dream. Remember, not all dreams are just imagination. Some are warnings. Some are battles happening in the unseen. Again and again, the person sees dreams of urine, filth, dirty washrooms, or even animal waste around them. These dreams are not random. They are a spiritual signal of impurity, often sent by Jinn or Sihr to disturb the soul. Such dreams leave the person feeling low, ashamed, and spiritually weak. According to many scholars, filthy dreams can mean the person is being surrounded or affected by an impure jinn, or that black magic has been done using impure items. If these dreams repeat, and especially if they come before Fajr, it's time to wake up, not just the body, but also the soul. You see a piece of raw meat, blood dripping from it, or pools of blood, over and over. These are not just nightmares. These are spiritual warnings. In Islamic dream interpretation, uncooked meat and blood often symbolize black magic being done, evil jinn trying to disturb your soul, or the presence of spiritual impurity inside or around you. The dream might include bloodied hands, or pieces of meat lying near your bed or home in the dream. These dreams shake the heart. They make the person anxious, dirty, and afraid. If they repeat, don't ignore them. It's time to seek spiritual protection before the unseen becomes more powerful. You're sitting alone. No one is near, but suddenly you smell something strange, a strong scent of urine, the sharp odor of sperm, or the disturbing smell of burning meat or flesh. You look around, nothing's there. You check your room, your clothes all clean. These smells are not physical. They're spiritual signs. Many victims of jinn possession or black magic report these exact smells, coming without reason. These impure scents are meant to disturb your soul, weaken your spiritual state, and often warn you of a nearby unseen force. If these smells repeat often, especially at night, don't ignore them. Hey could mean that your home or body is being affected by something you cannot see. Now that we've seen the symptoms, it's time to ask the most important question. How do we fight back? Whether the attack is from a jinn, black magic, or evil eye, the treatment begins with knowledge, patience, and strong connection with Allah. First of all, don't feel fear and make yourself strong against the jinn. Then make sure to have the free time of minimum 1 hour. Arrange 2 or more persons to handle any emergency situation of the patient. Suddenly hold the patient's hand tightly. Play the recitations of the specific ayat on repeated basis by loud sound, or make sure to listen by the patient with hand free. Take the wuzu yourself and all the supporting persons. Take the patient to the no disturbance place, your room, away from childers. Protect yourself by reciting Ayatul Kursi. Keep silence and examine the patient's face, carefully permanently holding the patient's hand. After some time, the following situations may appear with the patient. The patient may have gone to unconscious condition. Start quarreling with the healer. Start crying or weeping. Start laughing. Start staring. Feeling defeated. Feeling pain. Bending of organs. Start vomiting. Want to go to washroom, asking for water. Asking to off the recitations. Begging to leave. Warning to damage, destroy. May start to beat up him or herself. In all the cases, don't talks to the patient or fulfill his or her requirement and keep playing the recitation. While playing the tilawat, carefully watch the ayat, which more disturb the patient, and play the same again and again to disturb more. Actually, this is the jinn in the body of the patient who is being disturbed by the Quran tilawat. At this time, the actual patient is no more active, and there is jinn in front of you in the patient's body. Keep in mind that he can dodge you and exit the body. For this, he, she require only 5 seconds to close eyes and run away. So the healer should hold the patient hand tightly and don't let the patient to close the eyes. Now it is the time to talk with the jinn. Slow the volume of the tilawat, but don't loose the grip on holding the hand of the patient, and start talking to the jinn like this. What is your sex, male or female? What is your name? What is your religion? What is your objective? What is the reason to come? How many are you? Generally, avoid to ask more irrelative questions, and don't have strong belief on what is the jinn saying. Analyze the sayings of the jinn by yourself and assume some results. If you feel that the jinn is quite disturbed and feeling fear from you and cannot bear more, then ask him or her to leave the patient. If he or she agreed to leave the patient, then get him or her promised not to come again on the patient. If he or she is Muslim, tell them the teachings of the Islam that a Muslim would not like to disturb another Muslim. Hope he or she will accept your preaching and will agree to leave the patient. If he or she is non-Muslim, then tell them the power of Quran and Islam. Tell him or her how they are unable to do anything before Quran recitation. Hope he, she will understand and agree to leave the patient. Now note that if you analyze that the jinn's still not responding, you then again increase the volume of the tilawat and let him or her to listen to the repeated tilawat After some time, the jinn will surely respond you and will be agree to leave the patient. Before leaving the patient, you should realize to the jinn to not to come again in the patient by preaching or by warning as the situation may be. Now get the attention of the patient by shaking or spraying water on his or her face. The patient will awake up. He would be feeling fresh, easy, and normal. Ask him or her about his health condition and pain situation. He will answer in positive, Insha'Allah. Say thanks to Allah. You are successful. Advise the patient to go to the doctor for complete checkup and take medicine properly for the disease the patient suffering from, especially vitamins, to overcome mental weakness. In case, if the above said conditions did not appear on the patient during continuously playing of tilawat on the patient, advise him or her to go through the following procedures. Start offering prayers bajamat. Start to live bawuzu every time. Make sure to listen tilawat daily, especially before going to sleep. Leave the bad deeds and try to start good deeds. Take bath by waterberry leaves boiled in. Request Allah to forgive or say Astaghfirullah. After some time, the jinn will leave the patient and the patient will feel happy. All praise to be Allah. Precautions. Biba wuzu. Offer 5 times prayer. Recite Quran. Make sure for morning and evening zikrs. Offer drood on our beloved Rasul.